Fish oils are supplements that have been increasingly used over the last few years. I will provide some background on what fish oils are, what they are comprised of, and why they are beneficial. So omega-3s and omega-6s both make up fish oils. They are considered to be essential fatty acids, or EFAs, because mammals don't make them in our body, so they must be ingested in our diets. Omega-3s and omega-6s play important roles in inflammation, but they both do it a little bit differently. Omega-3s are anti-inflammatory, while omega-6s are pro-inflammatory. The two most important anti-inflammatory or omega-3 fatty acids are EPA and DHA. EPA plays a significant anti-inflammatory role, whereas DHA is considered to be like the brain fatty acid, in that it plays an important role in the development and maintenance of the central nervous system. So EFAs are incorporated into the cell membranes of all the cells in our bodies. For humans, our diet plays an important role in how much omega-3 and omega-6 levels we incorporate into these cell membranes. So over the past 50 to 100 years, as human diets have trended away from vegetables and fishes and more towards processed foods and red meat, the omega-6 levels in our diets have increased while the omega-3 levels in our diets have decreased. This leads to a significant imbalance, and the increased amounts of omega-6s and decreased amounts of omega-3s in our diets leads to more omega-6s than omega-3s being incorporated into the cell membranes. So when the cells are injured or die, the EFAs are released from the cell membranes, and if there's an excess amount of omega-6s present compared to omega-3s, then there are more pro-inflammatory than anti-inflammatory factors. So over time, this imbalance is able to contribute to a bunch of inflammatory diseases in many organs such as the heart, the eyes, the skin, and the joints. So having supplements to be able to balance out these levels is very important. And fish oils have been increasingly used in a lot of different animals, but specifically in this video I'll talk about how they have been used in horses and why they are considered to be beneficial for them. Research has proved that the blood and tissue levels of EPA and DHA in a horse are directly proportional to the levels of EPA and DHA in the horse's diet. So the best source for EPA and DHA is fish oil, which is why a lot of horse owners or people in the equine industry turn to fish oils. You might be wondering, how have horses been able to get these levels of omega-3s, specifically because fish oils haven't been around forever and haven't really been a huge factor of the equine industry. And that is because green pasture really has a lot of omega-3, and that's where most horses are able to get the amount of omega-3s that they need in their diets and to be able to function is through green pasture. But the important thing about fish oils is when horses that can't get enough green pasture, or whether it be to weather, the environment, or the type of horse that they are, if they're taken out of that environment and can't get enough of it, then it really starts to affect them. And a lot of people in the equine industry like to turn to fish oils in order for these horses to be able to get them in the right amounts. Show or race horses that have a lot of training, stress, and just management and exercise in general that really don't get enough time to be in green pasture or whatever the case may be, it allows the horses to get the right amounts of omega-3s that they need and are able to still perform at their peak. There are many benefits for giving fish oils to horses aside from just having the right balance of omega-3s to omega-6s. One of these benefits is increased insulin sensitivity. So a lot of horse owners with insulin-resistant horses will give their horses fish oils, and it has really been shown to help them through reduction in fatty deposits, improved hoof growth, and just like their overall well-being and quality has been better by taking these fish oils. The effects have been seen from about 5 to 9 months usually. Another benefit is inflammatory response and immune function. So I kind of touched on inflammation already, but with the right balance of omega-3s and omega-6s, the inflammatory response is in balance, and with inflammatory response comes better immune function. And this is important, especially in mares that have better immune function, can then pass it down to their foals. So it really does help with that. A lot of horses that are under stress, because they're high performance horses, are unable to metabolize fatty acids to EPA and DHA effectively. This is because of their physical and emotional states of stress kind of decreases their ability to metabolize these fatty acids, and taking fish oils really supplements well with that, because it helps to produce more EPA and DHA for them. Another benefit is increased stamina levels, which is really important in all horses, but especially race horses and show horses. So overall, fish oils seem to have many benefits in the equine industry with really no negative side effects. Fish oils are able to help many horses in whichever role they play in society because of all the benefits that they have. And since it's a relatively inexpensive and easy way of obtaining these benefits, I think that more horse owners and people of the equine industry should turn to fish oils more often when looking for some of these benefits in their horses.